I'm gonna grab just a spot more coffee before, as people are joining.
Okay.
I know it's early your time.
Yeah.
It's early all our times.
What day is it anyway?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, is there a Chicago song like that? Does anybody really know what time it is?
Yes. You all are still wearing heavy sweats. When are you getting out of your heavy sweats, people?
I know.
We can't see you, Janine, as you're
Was being hidden. Sorry.
That's all right.
I am.
We need to see your t-shirt so we could see where you're coming from.
Oh yeah, I'm
Your tank top.
yeah. We're in tank weather here. It's gonna be, I think, in the 80s today. We're gonna be sorry.
It's okay.
It's okay. We'll just hate you from afar.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, Southern Oregon's been hitting 70s in the afternoon. Just the evening.
Nice.
So, yeah, the spring is gorgeous here. Just when we get to fire season, it gets scary, but risk of living out west.
Every place has its risks.
Yes.
Mine happens to be because they're going to reopen this place. They're in the process of reopening everything as if nothing bad is happening.
Oh, right. Well, I guess we'll find out real quick, right?
Right. Well, yeah. Hopefully I'll be gone. I usually leave the end of May, so.
Oh, okay. Good morning, Jocelyn. Good morning, Christopher and Alyssa. Let's see, lots of people. There's Molly. We'll just go a couple more minutes before we do our Meet the Lane Mates. Lots of people today. Yay.
Cheers.
Yeah. Good morning.
Yeah, we should do a FAC version of this too.
Well, what, Molly?
Oh, maybe that's a Midwestern thing. Friday afternoon club, cocktails or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I think.
Version.
Was it you, Janine? Somebody was encouraging me to have an afternoon, a happy hour. Yeah.
Yes.
I totally wish I could. My kids would be like right here and here and be like, "What are you doing, Mom?" So
Children need to be taught how to have cocktails.
Oh yeah. Oh, they know how to have happy hour for sure. It's just yeah. Yeah.
My sister and brother-in-law called me. I stay the summers with them, and they called me the other day on FaceTime, and they're like, "We're drinking your bottle of Knobs Creek," and I was like, "Good for you. Y'all enjoy that."
Whoa. Let's see. One more minute, and then we'll do our Meet the Lane Mates. What's our topic today? I like to leave a little icebreaker question in case you don't know who's in your lane. Usually I have it thought of in advance, but I forgot to think of it today. Good morning, Sarah. Sarah's in my time zone, and Susie's here too.
Susie.
Christian Lethbard. Okay, so the way we do if you haven't been here before, the way we do our Meet the Lane Mates is I just put you in a breakout room with 2 other people, and we just kind of talk for 5 minutes, and then we come back and we talk to Molly until about 10 after, and then we say adieu until next time. So let's talk. Anybody have a good topic for a starter topic for our lane mates? Like we've done like, what's your favorite distance? What did you have for breakfast today?
Why is it so early?
Why is it so early? We'll try no starter topic today. You just have to meet your lane mates, and we'll come back at about 5:40 my time. So roughly maybe 5:42. So ready? Go meet your lane mates. Hi, Sue. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Good morning.
I just broke everyone out into their rooms. Do you want to talk to me?
I'll talk to you. Sorry, I'm late.
Don't be sorry.
My dog is having a seizure.
Oh no.
I know. He started about a half an hour ago, and we gave him some medicine, and now he's just I don't know, but he's just sitting here with me now. So.
Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that, Sue. Was
Yeah.
it something he's had for like
Once before, and they left us with medicine, which we gave him. I don't know. Hopefully he'll be all right. How are you?
Yeah. I'm good. I didn't ever get back. I was just realizing I didn't get back to your Facebook message post. It's like a weird way for me to remember to get back to people. I don't know why, but yeah.
Oh, just the message I sent you.
Yeah. I was like, think how, but you had made a comment about, like your daughter's older or whatever, and it being hard with younger kids. But I mean, if there's days where I feel like I'm glad that they're not like missing out on school or not like they desire to see their friends and things like that, but they're so adaptable. Like at this age, you're like, oh, there's a virus, and we talk about the virus, and now we have to stay home. And I'm just like, okay, hey, Alyssa, you're back.
Hi.
People.
I'm having technical difficulties here this morning, but I think I finally got it to work. So I missed the chat, breakout.
Who was in your room? We'll move Christian to here. Oh, see what happens. Do you know Sue?
I don't think we've met officially.
Hi, Alyssa. Nice to meet you. Where are you from?
I live on the North Shore of Massachusetts.
Oh, nice. Wow.
Yeah. So a little chilly out here, but I'm managing. How about you? Where are you? Where do you live?
I'm in Corvallis, Oregon.
Oh, wow.
Sue's not too far from me.
Yeah.
The I-5. I guess for you, though, if you were in Massachusetts and drove for 3 hours, you'd be probably in a whole other state.
Yeah. Really? I could get to the tippity top of Maine in 3 hours.
I was thinking about that until
Yeah.
So you guys getting any swimming in?
A few people are that I know. I've been jumping in like on the weekends, whatever the nice day is. I just jump in for as long as I can. And having to wear a wetsuit because it's just too. I mean, I'd be in for 5 minutes if I didn't. So try to get a little distance. But yesterday wasn't too bad. I was in for like half an hour.
Good.
So, and it's a couple of degrees every weekend. It seems like it's gone up. So,
and is that the ocean? Is it the ocean you're able to get in?
Lakes. I've been in just in the lakes. A lot of beaches are closed.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I haven't gone up to kind of explore if there's any way to get into the places I usually go to. We'll see. For now, the lakes are enough for me. So, yeah, but I'm pondering.
Nice to have options.
I'm like, maybe I'll just get one of those little pools and tether myself in the backyard. Pretty desperate.
The things you thought you wish you bought stock in that you never would have guessed.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So many things, right?
Little Intex pools.
Yeah. What about you, Sue? Have you been swimming or found a place to swim?
There's just right here in town, there's a little backwater in the Willamette. So it's essentially a really big, it's an eddy that's about 250 meters long by about 50 meters across.
Mm-hmm.
And swimming in that, because the Willamette goes about 7-8 miles an hour through town here. So you can't swim in it in Portland.
Yeah.
But this backwater is nice. There's some great blue herons and some ospreys, and it's up to like 56 now. So, we just go back and forth, 200 meters, 200 meters.
Nice.
Yeah. And I had to start when it was down in the 40s, but now I'm just in just in the neoprene booties and the neoprene cap now.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Very cool.
What about you, Shannon? You getting out?
I haven't been getting out like our local. I've heard our local most closest like place where we swim is in a county park, and I've heard of people getting tickets on stand-up paddleboards and walking their dog. Like it just doesn't seem worth it to like risk it to go over there to get a ticket. But I have an endless pool in my backyard. But the heater's broken, which is great because I'm supposed to be training for Loch Ness. But to be quite honest, like my motivation just everything tanked since it's shut down. My kids are here all the time, and so I'm still adapting to the new situation. And I got in a few times when my husband's home and he can be with the kids. And but it's really hard for me to stay motivated with in the current environment. So
the motivation tanking is astounding to me. I mean, I couldn't believe how quickly I lost all of my motivation.
It's a real, the mourning process is real. Like it's, yeah. And I mean, I'm supposed to be going to Loch Ness in August. I can't imagine international travel will be happening even far out. So it's hard for me to, and I mean, I was up to like 3.5 hours once a week and, doing my technique work and, and I just couldn't, I just haven't found a place to stick that in. So, but I have, my friend Sarah, who jumped on the call today, she's training for Tahoe in August, and she's in the area, so she's gonna be coming over here. And I think that might help, like seeing other people, like because I don't know, like it's an endless pool it's like running on a treadmill, and so it really does. You can only really do it for so long unless you're really, really, really disciplined. So I love it for technique work, but I would just rather be in a lake for distance.
Yeah.
Anyway. We'll see. I feel very fortunate to have it in the backyard, and my kids love it.
Yeah, that is nice.
Play.
It's nice.
And I know that I'm completely spoiled compared to people whose pools have shut down. So I carry that around with me. I'm still trying to let it go.
Guilty all the time, Shannon. Come on.
All right, I'm gonna
list of guilt. I'm sure you feel guilty for other things. I know I do. So.
Yeah.
Let that one.
There's always something to feel guilty about.
Yeah. Need that one.
All right, we're bringing people back.
Everybody.
That's Chris. Okay.
Sorry, lost audio there for a while.
Yeah.
I had some people, that was the first time we've had some technical glitches in the breakout rooms. I had some people ended up by themselves, and so I was putting them in other people's rooms. And
I
hope nobody got left out.
There we go. Wait here. Still trying to figure this out.
I see.
Yeah. At least I've got the lights on this time.
Yeah. It's good practice for Thursday, right?
Oh, yeah. God.
Susie, you gotta stop partying so hard.
Oh, I know, right? No, I fell a couple weeks ago, and I think I broke a rib, and it's just really hard to sleep. So.
Oh no, that's too bad.
That's okay.
I'm sorry to hear that. All right, I was mentioning to some people we had a couple technical difficulties early in the, I hope nobody got left out. Some people might have got moved around mid meet your late night. So I hope everybody got to talk to somebody for a little bit. But now we get to talk to Molly. Who's waving? Molly, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, let's see, where do I start? I guess, if you want to know how I started swimming, I started swimming probably like most everybody else as a kid. I remember being really little and jumping off a high board at my local, and I dog paddled to the side as fast as I could, and the lifeguard was telling me that if I wanted to jump off the diving board, I needed to learn how to swim. And my mom says that I told him, well, I just did. But that was, just learning to swim, and it was just always a fun sport. It's, what I liked to do the most, swam in high school. But when I got to college, I didn't think I was fast enough or good enough to be on the college team. So put it aside, and then got married and started working and became a mom. And as you know, that became, you know, a lot of us, becomes its own full-time job. So I didn't even get back into swimming until I was 40, and started using the U.S. Masters workouts because I didn't know of any teams in town. I was mostly swimming on my own. And then I guess it was about mid-40s, I started doing triathlons, and somehow in the midst of doing that, discovered that I could do my favorite part, the swimming part, just by itself. I mean, who knew that you could open water swimming? And then that opened up a whole new world, and meeting new people. And where's Chris? Chris is on this call somewhere. Ran into Chris, who has, I think it's the record for the most swims around Manhattan. So it was a fortuitous thing to have here in Lincoln. And he's been a great resource for me and a good friend. So that's, I guess, kind of how I got into the swimming thing, and, you know, getting to meet many of you wonderful people.
Lovely, lovely. Where are your favorite places to swim when we can go swim, right?
Yeah. Well, other than my own little swimming pool here in Lincoln, definitely aquatic park. Love the 24-hour relay, and hanging out with friends in San Francisco. Most beautiful place to swim would definitely be the Caribbean. The water is as blue as it looks in the pictures. It's an absolutely gorgeous place to swim, and very few jellyfish, which also makes it very appealing. Yeah, so I guess I have to say those places.
How warm is the water in the Caribbean?
It's fabulous. It's like 79, 80.
That sounds hot. Okay.
Yeah. I loved it. I thought it was just perfect. I was never too hot and never felt cold.
Yeah.
It's
I think
really
it takes a different kind of acclimatization to adapt to be able to swim in 80 for hours on end. But anyway, I appreciate that. What's your favorite event of all time that you've participated in?
Oh, let's see. Well, if you call the 24-hour relay an event, I think that's an event, isn't it, Susie?
Yeah. Sure.
I mean, that's just basically a slumber party without any slumber, and it's a lot of fun. So I love that one just for the camaraderie and the goofiness. Probably one of the most beautiful swims for sure would be Scar. Yeah, those Arizona canyon lakes are just absolutely gorgeous. And then I'd say I loved the Rose Pitonoff swim. That was such an adventure. It's really a cool place to swim, and it's small. You know, there's not a lot of folks doing it, so you feel like that's in New York.
Oh, okay.
East Hudson, I believe.
And Jocelyn's wondering where you live.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lincoln, Nebraska. You know, open water mecca, Lincoln, Nebraska.
Exactly.
I love that. I love it. I love that there's open water swimmers every little place in the whole world. That's amazing.
Yeah, I do too. That's really cool.
Yeah. Do you consider yourself a process or an outcome person?
Probably both. You know, I love swimming for swimming's sake, but if I don't have an event that I'm training for, I find it easy to, you know, get unmotivated and have a hard time getting into a rhythm. And I need to have something that I'm working toward to keep me going. So I'd say both. Although I say a goal, it's never time. I'm not a very fast swimmer, so for me, it's not about how fast I'm swimming or I get a PR. It's, can I make it to the other side? That's my goal.
Yeah. What made me think of, so what's the longest distance that you've swam?
That was the St. Lucia Channel. That was 20 miles. That was a long swim. I was just shy of 14 hours, 13 hours, 55 minutes, or 56 minutes, something like that.
How did you do your training for the St. Lucia Channel?
In the pool. Yeah, just swimming. I think I benefited from the years of swimming led up to that, and having done several other events. I tried the English Channel in 2014 and was successful at that. But that was a really good learning experience and really good training experience. But I can remember when I was swimming in the St. Lucia Channel, when we rounded the point, the northern point of the island, and got out into the channel, I had never swum in anything like that. I mean, the waves they sure felt huge to me. And I thought, oh gosh, well, this isn't going to work, but see how far I can make it. Just in 5-minute increments, pretty much how I made that swim.
I love that. I love hearing that, like, and that you're training in a pool. Like, I think it just gives some fantastic inspiration to people, like that you could swim a channel with, I mean, maybe it's not ideal, but that it's possible.
Yeah, it's
really
well,
down to,
you deal with what you have,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you think you handle hard situations?
Probably that same way. I mean, when I swam that channel, I quit 1,000 times, and I just thought, okay, in 5 minutes, and I just kept putting it off. And so that's what made it possible. You just think, just need to get through this little bit. And somehow getting through that little bit gets you through the next little bit. So I try not to think too far ahead. But yeah, it is hard. I was puking my guts out for about 7 hours of that swim. And I kept thinking, they'll call me. But no, and my husband will tell you, we kept thinking, well, I wonder if she's, about ready to throw it in. And anyway, so neither one of us gave in, and that's how we made it. I don't know, not very insightful, I don't think, but
breaking it up into parts, I think, is a big part of it. And only dealing with what you can. When I did Tahoe last year, I was just trying to myself, just think about right now. Don't think about where you're going to be in an hour. Don't think about where you're going to be 2 hours.
Oh yeah,
just right now, get through this moment. It's very different from how I usually think. So it is insightful, I think, to know that, and to know that it can be hard and you can be puking your guts out, but that you can keep going.
Yeah.
Jan, I just want to comment when you're saying, knowing where you are right now. That's how I look at life. Like, I just think open water swimming is such a great metaphor for life. Like, I am where I am right now, and I can sight and I can change direction.
Yeah. Yep. And to hold on to that and be okay with that. This is where I'm at, right?
Yeah.
Love that. How about what's the worst part of, or what's the state of Nebraska, I guess? Are you guys on a stay-at-home order, or?
We're not on a stay-at-home order. I think our state requirements are, there can be no more than 10 people together in a space. But I think most everyone, unless your job is essential, frontline, is working from home if possible. Like a lot of places, a lot of folks are out of work. But I can't remember where we're at with cases, but I know that we've had an increase in the last few days, but we're hanging in there like everybody else.
And how is that for you, working from home, and how are you?
It's fun. I love working from home. I think that's great. I do, of course, miss seeing my coworkers, but we see each other every day through Zoom. But I do like the flexibility of, I'm in my pajama bottoms. So,
I never would have guessed. It looks amazing.
And I get to walk my dog. She thinks it's the greatest thing ever. So it's been okay. Some days are better than others. Some days I don't feel like I'm very productive, have a hard time staying focused or motivated, but then other days are pretty good.
Yeah.
I feel like that's all a swim analogy too, because
Yeah.
swim analogy too, because we're so used to spending time with our face in the water and by ourselves and
Right.
for hours and hours without really having a whole lot of interaction. We're all able to do that. So I
think that's a great comment, Liz. I think so too.
So we're all handling it better in some regard. What about that?
I'd
I'd handle it better if I had water to swim in right now.
That's true too. Yeah.
One of the mantras that occurred to me during one of my long training sessions was just keep swimming, it will always change. It might not always change for the best, but it will always change, so just keep swimming. And I have been holding on to that for this time, like just keep swimming, it will always change, just keep swimming.
Right, whether we're swimming actually or not, right? How about what keeps you going, Molly?
Oh, let's see. Are we talking swimming wise?
Intentionally vague. You take it
Yeah.
right.
Oh, I think, oh gosh, you know, I've had to pivot like everybody, you know, SCAR's not happening. I was going to go back down to the Caribbean and do another swim. That's not happening. Just finding new goals. So I set a new goal to walk a half marathon in June, and also swim the perimeter of our area lake in June. So that, you know, gives me something to work toward. So that keeps me going. And certainly, you know, stuff like this, being able to see all of you and hearing what other folks are up to, that helps keep me going too.
Good. I guess I was thinking now, before Molly and I like met in person at the 24-hour relay for the first time, but we'd been emailing for a while because we just happened upon this acquaintance in Dominica. Maybe now we can coordinate our trips down there.
Yeah, that would work much
We were
better.
going to miss each other by
It
a
was
month.
meant to be.
Yeah.
I met Molly in Geneva. In Geneva?
Yes, isn't that wild?
Switzerland.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
crazy, like where you meet people.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a great place to meet, Janine.
I know. We should meet there again. It was beautiful.
Oh, it was fabulous.
Geneva, Switzerland?
Yes.
Wow, that's awesome. Were either of you swimming when you were there?
Or something?
Janine was crewing for Jamie Monahan, and I just happened to be there. I was in Stockholm, Sweden for a conference, and went to Geneva just by myself to spend a weekend with a friend of Susie's. So yes, it was a very weird conference of swimmers meeting each other in Geneva.
So wait a second, you met Janine when you were swimming with Charlie?
Yes.
Oh my God, I had no idea. Okay.
And I met Charlie there too.
Oh my God,
I had met Charlie.
how funny!
Isn't it?
I somehow that missed my radar. Oh well. Too
And I
funny.
met Karen Thornsby there too. She was supposed to swim Geneva and sprained her ankle like
Karen. Yeah.
like 24 hours beforehand. I mean, it was a weird week of swimmers there.
That's awesome. I love it.
Wow. Funny.
Sue asked Molly, what's your favorite Caribbean swim?
Well, the only one I've done is St. Lucia, so I would say definitely St. Lucia. And I would encourage anybody, if you get a chance to, Sue Dyson, who helped organize my swim, organizes a legit St. Lucia Channel crossing event with some other swims, some obviously shorter swims, that first week in July. And she does a super job. It's absolutely gorgeous. The big expense is getting there, but then it's not too bad once you get there.
Good. Who should we have as a future guest on virtual swim practice? Wait, it's not called that anymore. What do you guys think of the new title? Marathon Swimmer Stories. Do you like that?
Yeah.
It's better than practice because we're not practicing, that's for
No,
sure.
we're not practicing anything. We're just telling stories. I was hoping it was inviting and that it would be good, even if somebody wasn't a marathon swimmer, they could see what we think about when we're swimming. I don't know. It seemed like we kept having marathoners come in. So.
I think it's a good one. Well, definitely my fellow Nebraska would be a good one.
Okay, and that's last name since we have 2 Chris's on the call.
Rutford.
Rutford, okay.
I think
Sure.
Marcy McDonald would be fun too.
Marcy.
Oh, Marcy's so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely.
And Shannon, I had proposed Kelly Latimer because she's a hoot.
Okay. I might have to lean on some of y'all for pushing people over the edge in case they don't take my bait.
I'll totally push Kelly.
Okay.
I know where her buttons are.
All right.
Chris, don't you think Kelly would be great to have on this?
Oh my God. I just wish I could like follow her energy and open it up every once in a while. She's fantastic.
All right.
Yeah.
Just pure joy.
Awesome. And we get to talk to Susie on Thursday. And
I promise I'll be up.
Whatever you're comfortable in. I roll out of bed and come over. So it's all good. And then next
looks
week.
pretty comfortable.
Yes, she
I'm going
does.
back to bed.
Next week we've got Elaine Howley's on Tuesday.
Oh, good.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, so my lineup is getting further and further out in the future. We have to start meeting every day. But thank you all for coming. Any other questions for Molly or any other things we want to talk about? We actually have like a little extra time today. We might not get cut off even. I think I upgraded in time.
How's the deck, Molly?
The deck's fabulous, Susie. Yeah, I have a new deck in our backyard, which you would get to see if we're able to hold the Cornhusker State Games in July.
Yeah.
And we do have a fun open water event. So I'll keep you posted. Right now, plans are to still have it, but we'll see.
I can highly recommend it. It's very low key. It's a lot of fun. The water's a little too warm for me. But yeah, it's very well run. Anyway, it's a lot of fun. If you're knocking states off your list, it's one to knock off your list.
When I grew up in Colorado, and one of my first like out of state meets as an age group swimmer was in Nebraska. So we would always drive through Nebraska to go see my grandparents in Missouri. So I'm familiar with Nebraska. I'm talking to Mark Johnson about potentially having some like a virtual kind of open water event series, co-promoting it with him. So keep an eye out for that. Like just in your local waters, and we do like, I don't know, we're working on the details. So hopefully we'll be able to do something like that. So once we can go swim, they'll have a little motivation to participate in something. So hopefully that'll pull off. I have no idea why my Zoom turns me red sometimes. The lighting has not changed here at all.
Yeah, it's like,
It looks like I'm in a dark room or something.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming this morning, you guys. I hope you have a great day.
Yeah, good to see everybody.
Good to see you guys.
Thank you for hosting, Shannon.
Thanks.
Bye.
All right.
Thanks, Shannon.
Bye, dears.
Bye.
Thanks, Shannon.